Those of you who live in small towns, what is the current local controversy all about? Nothing current, but I have a great one from 5 years ago. So we had a guy who was quite the libertarian. He owned a gun store in town and pretty much kept to himself. He will be known as Lib Guy. The problem started when he decided to have chickens for his own eggs, but he lived within the city proper, which had a rule against farm animals within the city. This is a rural farming area I live in. One of the city council members, he shall be known as A-hole, discovered he had chickens a few weeks after he got them, and the city sent him a letter telling him he had to get rid of them. Well, he was not going to go down without a fight. So he spent some time looking into things and discovered the a-hole who reported him lived within the city and he also had chickens. Well, this of course caused a bit of a scandal. The city ended up claiming there was a grandfather clause for anyone who had livestock within the city prior to the rule change 17 years ago. The problem with that was that clause applied to the a-hole's father, not the a-hole who lived at the same address. Needless to say, the war was on. A couple of weeks go by and the town cops are messing with Lib Guy over petty shit. Lib Guy somehow gets a recording of a-hole calling the police and lying to them about what Lib Guy was doing. Police now want to charge Lib Guy for some absurd, ridiculous recording law that really doesn't apply, since it was someone with the police department who gave him the tape, not that he stole it. This gets blown up to the point where the bigger cities' news crews are now showing up to city council meetings that are being called to address this issue. These meetings are getting absurdly blown out of proportion and, in all honesty, somewhat slimy and jicky in how the city is handling it. Lib Guy subpoenas the city council emails to show there was a concerted effort to f***ck with him and cover for a-hole. Well, in the course of getting the emails, it was discovered that there was a s***sting issue going on between 3 of the city council members. LMAO, believe me when I say this did not involve people that would be considered s***xy. All 3, 2 women and 1 male, were married, 200 pounds plus, and in their 50s. I mean emails about double d***dose, pegging, swinging, etc. It was hilarious. In the end, the Lib Guy got the last laugh. He lost his chickens but found a loophole where he could actually own llamas in the city since they were not considered livestock. So he put up a fence all around his yard, ugly chicken wire fence, just tall enough so the llamas could not get out by jumping. People actually would go by walking their dogs and pet the llamas. The problem though was that llamas shit like cows and it stinks in such a small enclosure. This went on for about a year until he sold his house and moved. It stunk for at least a block around his property and he lived right behind the town's grocery store. 2 of the council members involved got divorced over the s***sting issue and the third one sold her bar because of it. This was the infamous chicken scandal that plagued my town of 4K for 3 years.